Tonight, from Orlando, Florida, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Orlando Sentinels taking on St. Louis.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between our visitors and the Orlando Sentinels. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. first down. He'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 61 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top end in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing on first down, Irving. And Davis with it left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Irving looking middle, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 82 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Irving.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Irving. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle is putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and goal from the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bulldogs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On first down, Irving. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Irving. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Irving.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Irving. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Irving, and that is incomplete here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 40.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Over the middle, complete. It's Craig. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
On a slant, here's Collins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Craig.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here we go. 45. Right.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Craig.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Curtis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Curtis. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Bulldogs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point forthcoming. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Irving. He rifles one that's intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
2nd and 6.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Irving. First down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the gun. Irving. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the completion results in 9 yards.
And it'll bring up a second and short.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up a throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5. Slant to Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bulldogs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now
we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Vance. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. Irving. And that is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Craig. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bulldogs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Irving. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Irving. It's caught right side by Daniels.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw on 2nd down. Irving. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Irving. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, Irving. And Daniels has it over the middle. Touchdown! From 10 yards out.
And the Sentinels have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Second and 2. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Irving. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
Down to the 25. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Irving. And he will find Davis. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Irving. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Irving. He's got it to Williams.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Curtis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Irving. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
from the gun on third down. Irving. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken in at the 3. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Curtis. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On third down, it's Curtis, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for our visitors, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.